I think I say the same thing every day. All right. So I was listening to some of my videos. So I don't know why I say that, but anyway, good morning. Today it says, you are smart, you are beautiful, and you are caring. And I love you. So I love these cards. This is like been my favorite cards of all so far. You are smart, you're beautiful, you're caring, and I love you. And it comes from 1 Thessalonians 1:2. It says, I thank God for you and always mention you in my prayers. Boy, all these are like so spot on because you know that's exactly what I do every single day. I'm just grateful for you guys, grateful for the love, grateful for the support. Just so glad you guys are here. So let's go ahead and get started. We're going to start on the ground today. We're going to just move through, a little bit of like all fours position. So let's come on down and get into that all fours. Settle yourself in. Make sure the wrists are right underneath the shoulders, the knees underneath the hips, and maybe shift left and right and forward and back. I always say tuck the toes under if that feels good for you, and push back through those hips, and maybe shift to the right and to the left for those hips. Again, anything that feels good for you. I did some pull-ups at the gym the other day, so my lats, like the top of my lat at the back of my armpits are sore. So I'm going to kind of sit back into those. And then again, up into that all fours. And then push out of those hands and feet up into that hover position. And just hold it. And always, I would say, feel what's going on right here. Just feel the pressure like in the arms. Feel the pressure in the quads, right? You're going to be pulling your hands back, like as if you're pulling your hands back towards your knees and your knees towards your hands. So then that core engages 100 times more. Just hold it there for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then push back up into a down dog. So push those hips high, push away from the hands, push the heels into the floor as best you can with the knees bent. Don't worry about the knees being straight right now. Okay, and then just drop the head down. Let it fall right out of your spine. Maybe you turn it left and right. If you're used to being a down dog, then you can shake it yes and no. Just let it fall out of your spine. And then take a deep breath in, go way up on those tippy toes, and press back into those heels. Each time you go up and down, inhale up, exhale as you press the heels in. Just try to straighten the legs a little bit more. Your legs are not warm yet, so they're not going to go so far. But we're going to be doing a kind of a kiss the knee with a leg raise today. So lift up and down a couple more times. Last time. All the way down. Push away with those hands. Press the sits bones at the bottom of the rear end up to the ceiling. And then drop down into child pose. Wide knees. All the way back into those hips. Forehead on the ground, tip of the nose. And then let's go ahead and start our movements. So that first one, like I said, we're going to do a kiss the knee. Don't worry, we'll get more stretching in when we, hit those other body parts. So we're going to push up into a down dog. So you're going back into that position. So our first one that we're going to do today is we're going to raise our leg up. And I don't care, your leg could be here. Doesn't really matter to me where it is. But as far as you take it up, and then we come in and we kiss the knee. And we stay on that same side. So kiss the knee, pressing it back. Exhale as you bring the knee in. Kiss the knee. Inhale as you press it back up. So your hands need to be in the right position so you're not going to push forward through your shoulders. Remember, when you come down into this kiss the knee, those shoulders should stay directly over your wrists. You shouldn't be shifting like your shoulders over your fingertips. Okay, as you come in and out, I'm gonna watch you. Exhale. Shh. I'm gonna just drop to the knees for a sec. Up, beautiful, Sabina, that's it. Beautiful aim. Remember, come down into that almost push-up position as you come back with the knee. As you come back with the knee here, we're coming back down, dropping the hip, and then pushing the leg back up. One more. And then drop that leg down, reposition yourself, and then take that left leg up, doing the same thing. We're coming down into like a push-up looking position as you kiss the knee, and then back. And it's your choice as to how low you bring the hips when you do the kiss the knee. You can keep them high if you need to, okay, until you're strong enough to get down into that beautiful plank position. But pressing back, 3, 2, last one. And then same thing, come down into child pose. Now that the body's nice and warm, now we can really get started. Not that you didn't get started there. Okay, come up to all fours and just thread the needle for me. Get into those shoulders, push back through those hips. But now that the legs are nice and warm, thread the needle the other side. Let's go ahead and either inchworm it back as you're walking all the way up to that standing position, and grab a good heavy weight, okay, for your legs. Right, we're gonna do a nice deep sumo squat. So turning those feet out, maybe 11 and 1. Hands down here, hands here, doesn't really matter to me. As long as you're going as low as you can into those legs and coming back up. So I don't want you to go all the way up till your legs are straight here. I want you to find not even a happy medium. So almost all the way up, but just don't lock them out. Okay, I really want you to feel, even though this is a lot of inner thigh too, I really want you to feel those quads. I want you to feel the burn, like so they're not getting a break. If you come up here and straighten them, they basically get a break. Don't give them a break. All right, and you know you can put this weight on your shoulders. If you have 2 dumbbells, you can put it on your shoulders. You know, it doesn't matter to me. Whatever's best for you. Yeah, beautiful aim. I love it. Every single one of you has a different position. Sabina's got them on her shoulders, Amy's got them at her chest, Terry's got them at her chest, and Lori has it like me. So, right? We got a little bit of everything going on. Okay, now stay down. Stay down, lift up that right toe. Get right up on that heel. So lift. 5, 4, 3. Yeah, you got it too. And 1, and switch it out. Other toe. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then go ahead and put that down. I do want you to stretch the quad. We've done no stretching there yet. So stretch through that quad. And then back to back with that, we're doing a row with a deadlift. Done it with me a million times. I'm gonna actually just bring in my barbell, because there's a lot of people who take the videos that I'm doing now on YouTube and they're bringing them to the gym. So I like to give some alternative things. So you've done this with me, so you can do it with your dumbbells, right? Where you're gonna do a row and then the deadlift. Right? So we're bending forward, we're rowing, we're squeezing our shoulder blades together, and then we're doing that beautiful deadlift. So I'm going to just do it with my barbell, right? My row, and then deadlift. I'm going to turn kind of sideways here so I can watch you row. Beautiful. Yeah, so make sure, again, I'm always harping on your weights. Because I want you to go harder and always heavier, right? I want you to challenge yourself at every step everything you do. There we go. Beautiful aim. Gorgeous. Perfect, perfect, Sabina. That's it, Lori. So good. Squeeze it back and lift. And one more. Again, squeeze and lift. And go ahead and put those down. Give me a 4 stretch, please. Okay? Even though that was a lot of hamstring, listen, you get a stretch in the hamstring when you go down into the deadlift part of it. So we got to make sure we're stretching out the low back, the glutes, as that's all part of it as well. All right, so back into our plank position, kiss the knee, leg high. So first, you can start in all fours if that's the best way for you to get up into it. Tuck your toes, right? Lift into the hover, press it back, right? Getting into that beautiful down dog position. Then raise the leg up. And when you raise the leg up, it's not externally rotated, it's not turned out. Basically, headlights on the hips. Kiss the knee. And exhale. Ready? Yes. There you go, Lori, you got it. Beautiful tap. Yeah, aim, beautiful, love how low those hips are. Yep, Sabina, you guys got it. I'm looking underneath my armpit as I'm watching you guys. Inhale, exhale. Okay, and again, what I don't want to do is hurt the shoulder. As you know, that's what I'm always saying, push away from the hands. One more, and then switch it out. And what I mean by pushing away with the hands is push like your arms away so your shoulders do not go over the finger line. All right? Especially when we come down into, because it's like a push-up looking position. You just want to make sure the shoulders are above the wrist. It just puts too much, like, it's called impingement on the shoulder when you do that. Your rotator cuffs do not like it, especially your supraspinatus. That's the one that I had a lot of problems in, right? It does not like to be squeezed and pinched. 2 more. Doesn't matter if you know what I'm talking about or not. Just trust me. Put the foot down, drop to your knees, push back into child pose. Breathe. And then we're coming right back up. Now remember, get up slowly. Again, however you want. Inchworm it back, right? Or just one foot in front of the other and stand up. Just never move so fast. I worked out with Rich at the gym on Saturday. And he kept bending over, like after we do something, because you know how many repetitions I do. He let me train him. So he just followed me. Well, he does heavy weight, low repetitions, like say 6 repetitions and below. And I'm on a series right now that I'm doing at the gym, that I'm doing high reps, not low weight, but lighter than I would normally do. And so every time he got up, he was like, whew, he put his head down. I'm like, what's going on? Like, why, you know, and he's like, I don't do endurance, right? And it's hard, it's different. When you lift heavy weights and just do like 6 reps, it's different. Hold it down now. Hold it down, right down in here. We'll lift up on that right toe, lift the heel, 5, 4, and try to go a little bit lower. 3, 2, and 1. So I'm just saying that is because he was getting head rushes, but he was also trying to come up so fast. I'm like, why do you get up so fast? Just chill, take time. Bring it down, bring that down. Go ahead and stretch those quads again. And then grab those dumbbells or grab the match to that dumbbell. For rows, I'm gonna show you with, my dumbbell this time, because basically this weighs the same as this. Maybe that's like 5 pounds more, but same thing goes. Keeping that back, beautiful neutral row, and then lift. Yep, watching. Beautiful. That's it. And stick your butt out more when you bend over. Yep, beautiful, you got it. That's it. Making sure that back stays beautifully neutral. No rounding in the back. I was out at Yappy Hour yesterday with Brady and my next door neighbor, Ilya. He had sprained his ankle a while back playing basketball. He was in a boot for a while and he's still limping. And now he's telling me he's got like sciatica. And when I'm watching him walk, I'm like, no wonder, you know. And so I tried to explain to him why, because of the movements he's making are so awkward for his normal gait, the way he walks. So last one, row and a deadlift. And I'm like, just ice it. Ice, 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 you know, so important. So let's go back one more time. If you want to, sorry, I just didn't say this, but do a 4 stretch if you want. Do that 4 stretch, take your time. And then one more time, starting in down dog, kiss the knee. I'm gonna actually grab a sip of water. Last set of these. So, starting, you can start in push up. You can start in all 4s, or you can start right in down dog. You're nice and warmed up now. Okay, lifting that right leg up. And then coming in, kiss the knee. Inhale, exhale. So exhale as the knee comes in. Inhale as the leg comes back. Exhale. Inhale back. You've got this. Try to stretch through that back leg too. The leg that's on the ground. You know, I didn't say you had to straighten it, but try to straighten it as much as you can. Two more. All right, and then place the right leg down. Reposition yourself. Maybe walk your hands back. Get into a better position down dog while you lift that left leg. And the same thing, kiss the knee. Inhale, exhale. Keep pressing through that back leg so you're getting that active flexibility at the same time. It's just more dynamic. I can have you just sit there in that stretch, right? Or I can have you move through it. To me, moving through is much better than static holding. I'd rather this type of stretching. 2 more. Inhale, exhale. One more time. And then put that foot down. Drop to your knees. Give yourself a break. Those are not easy. Drop your forehead to the ground. Maybe the tip of your nose is touching. If you need to release your shoulders, bring your hands back by your side. And then one more set of Sumo squats, one more set of squat, row and a deadlift. Right? Nice way to just start it. Nice strong way to start the day. All right, grab that dumbbell. I'm gonna put it up on my shoulder this time. So I'm showing you all different ways. Right, turn those toes out. Sumo, down. Try to feel like as you come down, just go down slow. As soon as you start to feel that pull right between like the groin and the middle of your leg, that's where you stop. Don't go down any, believe me, don't go down any more than that. All right? It's one of the worst things because your hamstring is involved too, okay? That stretch, okay? And that was how I hurt my right hamstring years ago. I didn't hurt it. I'm not blaming myself. It was the guy who was helping me train for a fitness competition. You know, he was talking about flexibility, blah, blah. And he pushed me down. And I felt a little beep. I was like, huh, what was that? I've never done anything before. Last one, hold it down. Hold. Go up on that right toe. 5, 4. Make sure you're pushing out of both feet though. 2 and 1. Switch. Other side. Way up on that tippy toe. 5, 4, 3, 2, and Go ahead and take that down. Stretch that quad, please. But yeah, so that was years and years and years ago. But that's why I'm always very cautious of anybody going too far stretching wise, just because of that. Oh, it was so brutal. Yeah, nobody wants to tear a piece of their hamstring. It's like a long recovery. Anyway, let's go back. Last set of rows. Okay, and deadlift. Row. Yep, and deadlift. I'm gonna turn face forward so I can see you. Yeah, row. Beautiful, and deadlift. Gorgeous. Yeah, perfect. Keep those knees bent as much as you need on the deadlift part of it, even the row part of it. All right? Whatever works. Hopefully you're feeling a little hamstring stretch. Suck in that belly button. Keep the back neutral. You should feel it in your low back as well. You should be feeling this in those erectors that support you, support your whole spine. Get one more. Let's go. Strong. Pull it up. Squeeze the shoulder blades together and then pull it up the leg for hamstrings. Right? And then go ahead and give me a beautiful forward stretch. Round it over. Grab a sip of water when you're ready. Right? And then we'll move it on. We're going to get into some upper body. We're going to do some back. So I want you to get a high anchor hookup for your back today. We're going to use our tubing, right? I'm just going to show you while you're getting a sip of water. You're going to sit down, but your palms are going to be facing up. Sometimes you can't see that, maybe because I'm so far away. But this is what I want. I want your palms facing up. Because when you pull down, I want your bicep to help. So I want you to pull all the way down to your side. So we did this row, right? We just did that for upper back. Now I want to get into your lats. So the big piece from here down into your ribs. But I want your biceps to help. It's also going to warm up your bicep, get it activated, because we're doing biceps back to back. So seated on the ground. Again, palms facing the ceiling. Drag your arms along your side and pull down. Visualize the muscle that's working. See if you can feel the contraction of it all the way at the bottom of your ribs. So if you held it down, okay, and held it for a couple seconds, you're gonna feel your lat, like the attachment of your lat in the lower back at the bottom of your ribs. If you hold it down and you drop those shoulders down, I hope you can feel that. That's why I'm always trying to let you mind muscle connect to the muscle, because you can get so much more squeeze out of it, right? Squeeze. Beautiful. Squeeze it down. So good. Last one. Squeeze it down by your side. Beautiful. Bring it up. Now, you can do a bicep curl with tubing, or you can do a bicep curl with your dumbbells. You choose. If you don't have a tubing that's strong enough for your biceps, then please use your dumbbells. You know me, I got a million sets of tubing. So I'm using a heavier one today, so I'm only having one foot on. Okay, I'm still gonna go one leg balance. And I'm gonna pull it straight up in front. Okay, so I'm hiding my biceps. A lot of times I do hammer curl. Sometimes I do hands turned out. This is right up in front. So you're using your, right? So you're using like your ribs. I'm gonna turn to the side. Like using your ribs as like a brace. So, yep, so squeezing those biceps up and down. Remember, it's not fast, okay? It's a squeeze, flex, and down. Squeeze, flex, and down. No death grip either, right? I can have my hands flat like that. Look at spirit fingers, right? I don't have to, there's no death grip. Your biceps are doing the work. Don't let your forearms do the work. Yep, hopefully they're heavier. Now hold it up at the top, right here, and then drop it down to the L. Right where you start feeling that resistance, hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, and then bring it all the way down. Go ahead and stretch those arms behind, dump forward if that's you. And then grab your dumbbell for triceps. We're going to do a tricep kickback. So based on your back, if you can do them here, that's great. If not, you're going to do them overhead. Okay, if you don't want to be, bent forward, or you could sit on a ball if you want, as you know. Okay, so arms at your side. Squeeze the armpits to your side, bending forward as much as you can so you have the most resistance, and then squeezing them back as hard as you can. So they're not up here, your elbows aren't way up here, your elbows are right along your side, and you're kicking them back until you feel that pinch in those triceps. Squeeze the heck out of it. Right? Squeeze the heck out of that tricep. There we go. I'm going to come in close. Beautiful aim. Love it. Yes. Beautiful top. Perfect, Sabina. So good. Laura, I love the modification. Squeeze. Flex and squeeze. Hard. Now I want you to hold it back there. Hold it back. Stick out that chest. Put your shoulder blades in your back pockets. Keep squeezing the triceps. And then lift them off your rear end. For 5, 4, lift away, straight arm. 3, 2, feel the pinch. Last one. Go ahead and put those down. Take the hand up overhead. Stretch that tricep. Stretch that tricep. And we're going back to your high anchor, please. Back to high anchor. Row. Remember, it's a tight row in here. It's not, I don't need you to bring your elbows all the way back behind you. We already did that row. This is more of a pull down with the hands in reverse grip position, using those biceps, leaning back, and squeeze them along your side. Chafe them, friction, pull them down. Give me that half a second hold, or a second hold, or 2 seconds. I don't care what it is. I want you to connect to your lat, okay? Shoulder blades in your back pocket. When you squeeze those elbows down by your ribs, hold it. Hold it, even if you need to hold it with your biceps, but feel the shoulders depressed so you can feel the lat working. This is why I was so sore the other day. I was doing this, doing a pull-up, using my body weight and doing that slow pull-up and slow down, right? Squeeze. 2 more. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. There we go, last one. Squeeze as hard as you can. And then bring it back up again. Take your time getting up. I always say my tubing actually helps me get back up. Right? Grab the tubing for the bicep curl or your dumbbells. I don't care. Going on my other leg for balance. Try to go balance. Listen, that's something, you know me, I'm such a stickler for balance. I love working balance, right? Because I see people in the gym trying to do stuff balance. It's amazing. They're putting their foot down every 2 seconds. I watch you guys with your foot up and amazing balance. Especially, I'll tell you this, when you're using tubing, remember, you're pulling up on your foot. So you're making your foot or your central nervous system work 10 times harder because now you're pulling against your balance, right? So, but it is so important. I just watch people that are getting older. I always say, as I get older, the old age marker gets like deeper. Like I'm like, okay, I'm going to be 59 this year, so I think 75 is starting to get old. And then probably when I get to 60, I'll be like, no, 80's old, right? Because I don't feel old. But anyway, you know what I mean? But I see all these people, again, who are older and just maybe deconditioned and just don't have the balance. They walk like they're old. Last one. I don't want you to ever walk like you're old. Okay? That's my goal. Don't walk like you're old. Right? I don't want the shuffle off to buffalo, like shuffling the feet along the floor. Okay? Dump it forward. And then grab that dumbbell for tricep. If the first one you used was a little light, then just go up a little bit more, okay? So I'm gonna go up a little heavier on this one. Elbows locked in behind, right? Squeeze it back so you feel that beautiful pinch, right, in the tricep. Again, the arms are right along the side. They do not have to be way up here so you like have this funky position. Tight, elbows in, press it back. Isolate that movement. So again, when I was telling you, so you know I'm always changing things up with you guys. So I do the same thing with myself at the gym. So I'll go about 12 weeks of, sometimes even longer, based on how I feel, but about 12 weeks of different things. So full body workouts. So I'm doing full body workouts, right, with more emphasis on maybe glute or hamstring or whatever. So, but full body, no matter what, using compound movements, high reps. Then I'll do 12 weeks of heavy weights, like doing 4 to 6 repetitions, doing split body parts. And then the next 12 weeks, I'll go into high reps, lower weight, split body parts. So last one, hold it, stick out that chest, squeeze the tricep, and then lift. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And hopefully you feel that in the back, not only in your triceps, but in the back of your shoulders. Then we got one more set for pull downs. Go ahead and get yourself repositioned. I'm gonna get my fan on because I'm very hot. Okay. I hope you guys are. I hope you're getting warm. If you're not, I'm doing something wrong. All right, palms facing up, leaning back, sucking that belly button. Drag those arms right to your side. Hold it 1 or 2 seconds, and then bring it back up. Make this your greatest set. Remember, your fingers are hooks. Lead with the elbows. Lead, lead, lead. Until those elbows can't go any further, squeeze them to your side, suck in your belly button, drop your shoulders into your back pocket, and then bring them back up. Mind-muscle connection into those areas that you're working. Obviously, it's working your biceps. Obviously, it's working your back, but it's working your rear delts. It's working the rhomboids, the muscles between the shoulder blades, even though we just worked them. But squeeze, 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 down by your side, beautiful aim. Pull it down, squeeze them by your side, stick out that chest in the end, stick it out. Make sure that you're opening up that chest so you can put your shoulder blades in your back pocket. Last one. Squeeze it down, hold it, hold it, hold it, and then bring it all the way back up. And then back into the bicep curls. Going back to my left leg for balance, palms up. Make it your greatest one. It's the last one on these. Squeeze, and make sure it's hard. Like this tubing, man, it's like, I think at the top range of it, I think it's 30, maybe 35 pounds. Like when I stretch it, like I could probably stretch it more than that, but it's heavy. It's like using this barbell, right? You can see how hard it is for me to bring it up. I'm not bringing this up easy, right? And again, try for the one leg. You got it. Oh, just like that. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. There we go. As hard as you can. Hopefully these are getting hard. One more. I want you to hold it up at the top. Hold it at the flex point, then just drop it down a little bit like that. Hold shoulder blades in your back pocket. 5, 4, hold 3, 2, woo, then let it go. Go ahead and you can get rid of that. Go ahead and stretch those biceps by clasping those hands. Or, if you don't have that flexibility, you always know you can just turn away from the bicep by putting your hand on the wall or a chair. And just turn away from it. Feel the bicep stretch. Then we got one more set of tricep kickbacks. Grab those dumbbells again. And again, this is one that you can't go overhead. If it's too much for you to bend over, squeeze. Okay, flex and squeeze. There we go. I'm gonna turn this way so you can see, squeeze. They're right along my side. They're not out here. Okay, we're not tricep kicking out here. We're keeping them back, right? Put the wings in and kick back. Here we go. Wings, squeeze, flex, make them pinch, make them burn. When you straighten that elbow, you should feel a pinch all the way to the back side of your armpit. Squeeze and flex. Squeeze and flex. One more. Squeeze, flex, hold. Right? Straighten the arms, flex the tricep, and then lift. 5, 4, 3, 2. Beautiful. Last one. Go ahead and put the weight down. Take your hand up. Stretch that tricep. Stretch that tricep. Grab a sip of water. We're going into our last series. Coming down on the ground. We're going to do some abs. Please bring your ball with you. Alright, so starting on the ball with, so remember in the beginning we started with core, right? When we did our, the down dog leg lift, kiss the knee, right? Got all that core engaged. Now we're doing open rib cage, right? And then we're gonna do rotation here, and then we're gonna do obliques. So we're doing a set of 3 different abs. So open rib cage first, and there's no rest. Just fair warning. Okay, inhale, exhale, squeeze. Big exhale, squeeze. Inhale, exhale, squeeze it up. Pulling that belly button into your spine as you're doing these. Again, hands across the chest. You don't need to come all the way up. You don't need to come to here. I'm not even looking, but I'm just saying, in case you are coming up all the way high, just until your back stops its range of motion. Okay, everybody has a different flexion. Okay, this is flexion and extension, how much they can open up an arch. Okay, so do you. Don't worry that, listen, I don't have a big flexion in my spine. And I don't know if it's because of years of bending my back in half. It's like, nope, we're not doing flexion or extension anymore. Last one. Okay, the only rest I'm going to give you is open up, drop the head onto the ball, open up the hands. Just give yourselves a moment for the release of the tension in your back, because then you're going back and we're doing our rotation. So this is the one where, again, hands across here. We round it up. We bring our left elbow to the ball, right elbow to the ball, bring it back center, and open back up. So again, squeeze it up, rotate, rotate, center, open. Okay, so just know, because we just did the first part of this, right, 15 or more times, it's going to be hard. Okay, so do as many as you can. Yes, you are going to feel it in your back if you don't feel it already. Just remember, every time you go back over the ball, that's your back. Okay? Are your abs helping you go down? Yep, eccentric contraction, right? But your back is doing like a lower back extension. Okay? Open, lift, left, right. I'm going to watch the last one. Gorgeous aim. Lift, left. Beautiful. Beautiful tap. Perfect, Lori. Perfect, Sabina. So good. Okay, now come all the way down, or whatever. If you need to open up, open up. Do whatever feels good for your back and your abs. Then come down to the ground. I'm just going to kind of bend my leg under. I'm going to turn to the side, almost like I'm turning over onto the floor, right? And I'm coming over the ball, putting my hip right into the ball. Your foot is out. So again, your body is straight, like between 2 panes of glass. This is the one where we drop over the ball and we reach to our knee. Now, if you need assistance, there's always this hand here on the ball. If you're like, oh, my abs hurts, my abs are tired. If you want to go harder, the hand comes up over the head like this, right? It's completely in your court. The only reason I love putting the hand along the leg is because it gives me a good visual to stay in line, right? So I can go over the top, right? And I stay in beautiful alignment, but I'm getting right into that oblique, right? That area between the rib and the hip. Yeah, Again, the hardest would be full arms straight. It's almost like when we do our Superwomans, right? It's a lot harder with the hands above the head because now you just added weight. Last one. Beautiful. And then switch it out. Now, you can, by all means, if you need to just stretch over the top and just chill there for a sec, chill, okay? And then meet me on the other side. So get that hip right. Always bring the ball into the hip, dig the hip in, then straighten the leg. So then you know you're in the right position to go over the ball. Hands here, hand here, hand here. It doesn't matter to me as long as you're hitting those abs. And again, brain connection right to here. That area, the bottom of your rib to the top of your hip. I want you to pinch it. I want you to squeeze it. I don't care if there's fat there. I want you to squeeze the heck out of it. Okay? I want you to contract it. Put your fingers there if that helps. It's like to feel the contraction of that beautiful oblique. I'm always trying to work every muscle in your body, as you know. 3, 2, and then again, if you need a break, just take it and just fully stretch over the ball. Okay, if that feels good, stretch over the ball for your back, because usually the oblique, yeah, it feels it, but your back is doing so much work. Okay, back into our crunches over the ball. I'm just going to grab my booty band for a sec. This is just for teaching purposes only. For those, because I didn't show you, for those who want to do the ab crunch with your hands behind your head, and you rather not use your hands and use the booty band like a hammock, that's always a great option. Because even if I tell you to clasp your hands behind the nape of your neck, right below your skull, a lot of times people put their hand on the back of their head and then they yank on the back of their neck. Nope, no bueno. Okay, I want you to concentrate on your abdomen, the muscles from underneath your sternum, right? The top of the ribs, right down the middle of your abdomen, all the way into your pubic bone. Exhale. And you can still use this when we go into the next one, when we start doing our rotation, right? One more, and then rest it back for, give me a count of like 5, 6, 7. Breathe, feel the release of the tension from the back. Then start up again. Crunch, side, side, and down. So remember, it can be done anyway. Crunch, side, side, and down. Even if you need help, this is also another help. I'll use my legs. Hold yourself up there. Side, side, and down. If you need to use the back side of your legs to help you up to do that, there's so many different options. Crunch, side, side. The reason why I like my hands across my chest, I've told you this probably before, is because then I have kind of a visual for myself to crunch up and then put this elbow on the ball, put the other elbow on the ball, then come back center and back down. So when the hands are up here, there's no touch point. You can visualize it. But when you have your hands across your chest, like crisscrossed, it works. I'm going to watch on the last 2. Beautiful. Yes, so good, everyone. I love it. Last one. And all the way back, either open up over the ball or bring it all the way up, as you know, and go ahead and grab the back side of those legs. I would say chin to chest, forehead to knee. A lot of back. I feel, sounds like Trump. It's a lot of back. It's a lot of back. He has the most bizarre way of speaking sometimes. It makes me laugh. Whether you like him or not, it doesn't matter. You just like, he repeats things, you know. I don't know, it makes me laugh. But when I speak slowly and I repeat myself, I make myself laugh. Okay? Because you guys have heard it probably a million times from me. Right? anytime I'm with Jane and Sabina, they're always quoting my dig deep, or, you know, mind muscle connect, whatever I say. But guess what? When I'm not here anymore teaching you, and you guys are on your own and you're doing it all by yourself, you're going to hear me. You're going to hear my voice, whether you want to or not, because I say it 50 million times. Always the method to my madness. If you hear it enough, the neural pathways are there. Last one. Beautiful. Switch it to the other side. All the way over the top. Make sure you get that stretch. Again, the most advanced is obviously that hand up over here. All right, and even if you want to use the hand up over your head, you can still put this hand here if you just need that little extra at the end. Completely in your court. You know what I mean? You don't need to. Yeah. Or bend a little bit more, or just simply take it down the leg. Big open here though. Make sure you get that beautiful stretch right there and that beautiful oblique. You got it. Hopefully you can feel it. Yes, yes, yes. If you're saying, yeah, I feel it in my back. Yes. So do I. Last one. Go ahead and bring it up. You need to stretch it over the top. Do it. You got one more set of these and we're done. I know some of you have to go to work, so if you need to pop off, totally understand. Just make sure you stretch. Okay, going back down. One more set of crunches, one more set of rotations, one more set of obliques, and you are done. Okay, I thought it'd be nice and end on abs today instead of legs. Okay, round that up and open it up. Maybe this set, maybe you try to open the rib cage a little bit more. Maybe you don't have your hips so low on the ball, right? Maybe you have them up a little higher, and you just take the chest back. Maybe just like a couple repetitions, right? Feel that open rib cage. I want your abs to feel strong. I want you to feel that your abs are strong. You know, I don't care, and this is, you know, I say it all the time. If you have a layer of fat, so what? You know what I mean? Big deal. As long as you can, like, when you feel your abs, like, you can feel how strong they are and how tight they are. Okay, how firm, right? You used to say tone. I hated that word a long time ago because I was like toning. It was like Shape magazine. These phony women. Sorry, that's mean. But it was these women who were like supermodels that never lifted a weight in their life. And people were like, I just want to be toned. But now what tone is the tone in the muscle. So it keeps, last one, so it keeps your, again, you can stretch it back or bring it up again, stretch the back and then going into rotation. But if I lose tone in a muscle group that's supporting, just say my erectors, if I lose tone in those muscles, guess what's going to happen? Rotate side to side. My back is going to hurt, okay? Because I'm losing the tone, right? The strength in my erectors. That's not holding my spine in alignment anymore. Okay, that happened to me when I graduated from college because I wasn't bending myself backwards and forward and whatever. I was working out, but nothing like gymnastic training, right? And I literally pulled out a draw in my apartment and my back, my knees buckled and I went to the ground. I was like, what the heck was that? And the chiropractor at the time said, you know, he said, you got a strong, like he said, you have a strong looking back. He said, but the tone in your lower part of your erectors isn't there. He said the tone in the upper part is there. Like he was kind of palpitating, but he's like, it's a little soft down here. And I was like, soft? What are you talking about? Right? So I've always had that in my brain, like keep it, you know, hard. Like that's what you want. Okay? I know I'm talking a lot, but you know what I'm talking about. Okay, last one, crunch side to side, and then open up over the top, or sit it all the way up. Grab the back side of those legs, round out that back. And then last set of obliques. Those who have to go, I know, I'm so sorry. I probably am way over time. But make sure you stretch If you can't do this last set, but hopefully you can. Big exhales. Open up, right? Open, 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 open until you can't like bend anymore over the ball. And then bring it up. Full range of motion. The same way I want you to, when you're doing the crunches, right? Over. There we go. Squeeze, pinch. Pinch that little oblique, right? No more calling it, I don't care if there's fat there or not. No calling it a muffin top, or I don't even know what people call it, tire tube, or whatever this, like, whatever the comments that you make, because guess what? If you speak life into that, it's staying. It's never gonna go away. I'm just honest with you. That's just the deal, right? Keep eating like crap, it's not going away, right? Last one. Sometimes, you know me, get a little feisty, but I hate when people talk about, you know, they're fat and stuff like that. There was a woman, or about being fat, I should say. Like, you can talk about your fat, whatever, but don't talk about, like, I'll never lose this fat, I'll always be fat, whatever that negativity is. But there was an awesome woman, and she did kind of what I did a few years ago, showed the loose skin on the top of the legs. It's our age, it's our skin. You know, we can, but this is the best part about it. She showed about, you know, she's 54 years old, and she's lifting super heavy for her legs, because if she gains muscle in her legs, it takes up more of that space of the skin, right? Think about a dog that has extra skin. You're not like, look at his rolls of skin. Like, it's skin, right? But dogs don't lose so much elasticity like we do, but I hope that makes sense. It's like build up, that's why we want you to lift heavier. Okay, last one. So over the top for this stretch, if that feels good. And then come on up and sit on the ball. We're gonna finish off the workout with our stretch on the ball. Okay, so I always say I like to start with one leg out, the other one this way. Some people, they do not like the stretch this way, because remember what we did in the beginning? We worked on those inner thighs. So work yourself down the leg. If you're better with your hips square, meaning square towards your legs, and I'll show you what that means, then do that. Because for this gets into your back, into your oblique, right? But if you're better, come on up, switch it to this side. I'm just gonna turn my hips this way. If you're better just going square on top of your leg to stretch, then do that. Because again, some people, it's just not good for them to stretch this way. I love this because it gets everything. Inner thigh, hamstring, oblique, lat, and then all the way back up. And then just give me a few, like, we call them hula hoops, right? On the ball, just roll your hips around. Yep. Think of, go counterclockwise and then clockwise. 5, 4, just open up that low back. We did a lot on back today, right? And then hand across the front. Okay, stretch through that beautiful shoulder, lower if need be. For those who've got shoulder issues, you need to keep it down here, right? Like basically it's either below your chest or above your chest, okay? And then take that hand up, chin up, reach down your back. Yeah. And then this too, you can just give yourself a little extra stretch, because remember, we worked all the way down that lat today. So super important. Same thing on the other side. Stretch. And then stretch the biceps. Hands behind. Clasp them. Okay, open them up. Stay there if that's you. Or for those who, you know, are more flexible, you always can dump forward. Never force it. Just let gravity take you down if that's you. Okay, roll out your wrists. Okay, roll them out. Always snap, crackle, pop for me. And then I'm always going to read my card one last time for you. So I'm telling you, I love these new cards because it's everything that I say to you guys anyway. It says, you are smart, you are beautiful, you are caring, and I love you. Perfect. And then, so what it comes from is it's a scripture, 1 Thessalonians 1, verse 2. I thank God for you and always mention you in my prayers. I tell you that all the time. My prayer this morning too was, you know, who first comes to your mind and who are you thankful for and grateful for? And first was Rich, always obviously, and then my children, right? And then I say my fitness family, you guys, because you keep me going. I'm so grateful for you, because if I didn't do this, I don't know what I would do. Like, this is all I know how to do. So I love you guys. Have an awesome rest of your day. Go hydrate, go fuel as always. If you're on YouTube now, please subscribe, share, like, comment, and just share it with everybody you know. Okay? Mwah. Love you. I'll see you tomorrow morning or the next time I see you on a workout. Love you. Mwah.